Howdy, y'all. Welcome on in. My name is Welcome to Tavern. Hopefully, you guys are well. Everything is going well. I was second here with Long Dark in episode 5. Though I do have to play a little bit. I have to replay the end part, but I'll probably just skip to the story part where we do see the whole Mathis fight. But hopefully, it'll be a nice, enjoyable time. If you guys are enjoying the content, like subscribing always does help. Otherwise, just hanging around is always the best. That being said, it shouldn't take too long to kind of run through this. I kind of genuinely remember what I had to do. Just gotta be careful not to burn myself as I'm walking through this joint. Other than that, it should be a nice fun time. Hopefully, whatever happens, happens. That way, don't go that way. I'm very tired. Guess it really isn't any way that way, huh? Well, I don't want to get burnt, so yeah, just gotta get to this little part, and then afterward I should be able to start the actual story of episode 5, just because for some reason the game likes to do this. Yeah, I know, Mackenzie, you're suffocating. I'm working on it. I just gotta be careful not to skip through the end part. Come on, in. Alright, try not to actually get burnt on the way out. Up. Goes up. Should almost be at. He's only like a little bit left. There it is. I'm not supposed to ask why they ever come so tired, but this side of me also doesn't really care that much. Okay. 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 There we go. Now I'm episode 5. Okay.
I need your help. There's an isolated community in the northern part of Great Bear. Someone there is very sick.
What's in the case?
See, there's that thing about no questions, remember?
Yeah.
I'm looking for my friend. She was with me when my plane crashed.
I seem to recall a town somewhere up north. Far, what was it called?
Hello? Is this the radio station at Perseverance Mills? Ask for Atwood. Atwood. Got it. What's the message? Wintermute.
I have wandered these paths a long time, friend. I was a walker, now I'm a watcher.
What's in the case?
I have no idea.
What is in the case?
Don't have an idea, bro.
Pay now, Astrid.
Who are?
All of them. We
been in the background, in the shadows, invisible, overlooked for too long.
Well, well. Look what my guys found while investigating the old parts of the prison. Someone is seriously fucking with me.
That they were.
Wake up, man. This is all about Donna. Don't you get that?
And
Astrid, you came.
and
You
I
said
did.
you would, and you did. But where is the case? Where is the cure?
Part 1. Perseverance. Man, she's still asleep. Dude, who put him in Converse? Put him in some boots. She's up.
Jack?
No. There's my old coat. Light at the end of all things. There's Atwood. Howdy.
Thank you for coming. I didn't dare to hope, but when I saw your face in that canoe, I wasn't sure if it was too late.
Where?
Oh, this is my home. You made it. To Perseverance Mills.
Cool.
I woke up and I thought I saw a child.
God, I wish it were true, but I can't see how.
I guess she saw her son. Or her dead son.
My little sweet Freya. It's gotten worse since we last spoke. She's been asleep like this for
it's like the
days
flu?
now. She comes out of it once in a while and seems completely lost. The other night I woke up and she was standing on the porch, door wide open, like she was going to take a walk. She was freezing, but she wasn't awake. It was like sleepwalking.
We knew these symptoms might come.
Did you bring the treatment you promised?
I did.
I did bring them, but on the way here, the plane came down in the mountains. I got separated from Mackenzie. I'm sure he has the meds, and I know he's trying to get to us. We just need time. He'll get here.
He is coming.
Astrid, I'm not sure we have the time. Whatever happened to Freya seems to be affecting others in Perseverance. Dr. Larson set up a quarantine about a week ago when the power first went out. But he's gone missing, and the whole town is afraid.
Quarantine.
He thinks whatever is going on might be contagious. We've been trying to reach other towns on the radio, but nobody's responding.
Something's happened to the power. But also, it's more than that.
Yeah.
I can't explain it yet, but it feels big.
People are getting frantic. Most are scared to leave their homes. Some are talking about breaking quarantine.
The doctor must have had a good reason for establishing it. If it is something contagious, we need to keep it from spreading further.
I think we have bigger problems.
So I guess he was a
People have
CNC
gone missing, and a
or
couple have
CDC
turned up dead.
researcher.
Some people are saying there's a killer from out of town, preying on people. Catching them out in the forest, strangling them, drowning them. There are all kinds of crazy theories. Everyone is scared, and nobody's thinking too straight.
Yeah.
It sounds like the doctor may have had some ideas. Where can I find his clinic?
It's near the center of town. Not
Okay.
far from Cooper's Blind, the bar.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
Be careful, Astrid. Freya's counting on you.
Got it. They finally actually raised the volume on the song. Guess not, I'll skip it. Alright.
Now the pale morning.
Just gonna mute it. Normally I wouldn't mute the song, but just in case for future. Effort, I can't skip it. I wonder how much stuff I lost along the way. Probably have to get guns again and a bow and everything. I have to get everything again. But obviously the hope would be no. We see we were in a boat. I don't see why we couldn't just take it with us. Because I had plenty of stuff on that boat. Or on me before I left. But here's what it is. I have to wait and see what I gotta do in order to get it back to where I was. I also wonder if I just lost my moose thing, by the way. We will see. Let's see if I should get to stay inside the house for a minute. Nope. Alright then. So this is Perseverance, this is her house. And there's a decent sized map. So. Hey Violet. Or Violent. I'm doing good, how are you? Okay, so they did take away all my stuff again. I literally starting from the base. So at this point, there's not even a reason to even try to grab anything and take it with you into the next world. Fair enough, I guess. I'm doing good, Violent. How are you? Right. Yep. I'm on the last episode, so... This is my first time playing at least this episode, so this will be interesting to me, at least. And hopefully it goes for the rest of the people as well. That'll be interesting. Oh, I actually can go in here, actually. That's cool. Also warm up and everything. Yeah, I'll be going through the story mode and stuff to see what happens in the end.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Yeah. You enjoying it yourself, Violent? The part you're on so far? And is it your first time? That's good. Is it your first time playing episode 2, or just the episodic journey in general? Yeah. What so far has been the cool part about it? Besides, like, the handheld... I mean, like, the hand-holding. It kind of does hand-hold you through the game. Ooh, insulated boots. Not usually a fan of those, but I may actually wear those going forward.
This'll come in handy.
Be better than Astrid's boots, hands down. Just means I can't run as much, but it'll be for the best. What's that? Oh, it's a spray can. A fire starting technique that barely works sometimes. Take those for tinder plugs.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Energy bar. Could be helpful. I'll take them. Yeah, it does, because of the timber wolves, but it's not that bad. I don't know if you know about the revolver or not, but once you do get a revolver, it goes pretty smoothly. It takes a couple shots to the head to get rid of a timber wolf. They're gonna bite you, so best recommend wearing heavy armor on your outer layer so you don't get bit as much. But generally, yeah. Or you can just use the lights that they give you, the flares. That works pretty well too. But yeah, I think you have the right mindset. The hard part's just the weather. It gets really cold in level 3, so yeah. So in that case, yeah, you know most about it. Yeah, a lot of it is just staying warm because early on you don't really have that great of clothes, so trying to just stay warm throughout the entirety of the whole area is hard part. And then of course also managing your weight. That's probably a whole nother can of beans you gotta deal with as well.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
Hey Fury. Good to see you, my brother. Coffee. But yeah. I think you'll be able to enjoy it though, all things considered. What's been the hard part about it for you so far? If there's anything at all, because I know you said there's really not much. Has there been anything that's been difficult for you to deal with? Take it. I don't think I'll actually eat it. No. Yeah, I don't think I'll be breaking that down. I want to let her have that.
I think I can use this.
Nice. Then you're just raiding this poor woman's house for supplies. Just do what you gotta do, I guess. I'll take a book. It's a good fire starter. How you doing, Fury, by the way?
Best be prepared for anything.
Gotcha. Trauma survivor? If I may ask you, I know that may be a bit of a touchy subject for you. What happened? If you're not willing to share, I get it. Obviously, those kind of things may not always be easy. But I'm happy to hear you found something that at least helps you calm down.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
It's pretty nice. Break those down. Okay, what was that? Saw a jacket pop up on my screen for like 1 second. Oh, it's a plaid shirt. Well, I know this ends up being better, even if it isn't currently right now. Otherwise, until I start ripping stuff up, I don't really know where I'm going to be sitting in that kind of world. I'm going to leave the water.
I'll take it.
What's tea in the bathroom? Cool. Alright, seems like everything here that I can take along with me for my journey. I don't really have a need to take the fire logs, so I'm gonna let them stay. Alright, now comes the hard part of the game, which is bouncing between houses. I I am going to have to figure out where I actually want to sit myself, because I want to situate myself in the middle of the place, but I don't exactly know where that'll actually be. Like I said, there's like a lot of houses, so that's going to be a challenge to pick. I'll give it a check out. This reminds me of either Norway or Greenland, I think. Thinking Norway though. Severe hoarder environment, cockroaches crawling, I mean, it's a baby, etc. Actually gives you more, but yeah. Sorry to hear that, man. That's a rough history, man. Without getting too deep, what's been the hardest part about dealing with that surviving thing? Has it just been trying to find a calming place to be, or anything specific, if you're willing to share? My sympathies go with you. I know that sorry doesn't really help, but I've met people who have survived trauma before, and I know that it's kind of hard. But I definitely know having someone here to talk about it sometimes helps. So people just being by your side helps a lot more.
Okay.
Grape soda. Right. Ain't nobody sideways. I guess I'll go search up the upper area first and I'll come back down. It looks like I'm not able to enter a lot of the buildings, which is kind of somehow a calming feeling to me. I was worried that was going to be a big problem about this place, just having to enter a lot of buildings, but it seems I'm okay. Okay, here's my first one. Never mind. They have said you cannot go inside. No, Asher, you're cold. I'm working on finding a safe environment for us to settle down in. Alright, this looks inviting. I'm not allowed in. That's good. Don't know if you, obviously, because I can't see you. Question, male or female? Or what you were beforehand, or so forth. Obviously, with those kind of things, there's so much that I'm... Yeah. Because I know for some people it can be harder than others, and I just want to understand the perspective. Off. Well, I'm by the city center, so I should be right by where I'm looking for. I have a little bit of weather I can deal with before I actually decide to go inside. But that is good news. I'm happy to hear that. Male. Okay, so you're male. And that's even harder, from what I've been told, and from what I've understood from other people who have dealt with the same. It's harder usually for men than it is for women, just to start the process. So, well, very brave of you to go through that and then do what you've been doing. Sounds like you have some really good friends to support you through the situation. And the fact that you survived is a blessing in its own right.
Sure getting cold.
Did it happen when you were younger, or did it happen when you were older? The actual event. I know that also plays a lot into it too. Usually age can make it difficult as well. Finally, a door I can finally open. This wouldn't be a bad place to call home. I wish I could also go into the basement, though.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Oh, well, those are both warm on their accord. Definitely wear those. That's warmer. Pretty sure that's warmer. Pretty sure once that gets properly, I think that's warmer generally. Basically, give me a chance to warm up from the cold. The only unfortunate part is I can't start a fire in here, so cooking's pretty much out of the picture.
This'll come in handy.
So this doesn't really make a great home without the ability to cook. Or FOB, forward operating base. Got plenty of storage. Especially with all the cabinets and stuff.
What have we here?
I'll take it. May not eat it, but having it just around for like an emergency would be a great thing. Yeah, same there as well. Food. Pair of socks on the floor. Can, books. Where am I sitting at? Let's see. Coffee. 7 years. Very, very graphic. Won't discuss here. Yeah. Thank you. Would almost cost me to not be here. Actually gave me an opportunity to speak to others. Yeah. I mean, it's a terrible event regardless. So. And I'm happy you're here, and I'm happy that you're still here in spite of everything that you've gone through. Those kind of events definitely usually leave people in a terrible state like you're talking about, where they decide between death and life. So, I can't ever fully understand what you've gone through, but I can definitely listen. And obviously you're always welcome to share as much as you wish on what you've been through and how it's been for you.
I think I can use this.
I'd have to try to leave this space to that. And just always have a connection point as well. The lonely soul. This is just diabolical. That I can't walk in this space without having to crouch my freaking legs. Okay, food. A little bit of food. Please, like tuna sardines. Don't usually go bad. Granola bars, fine. And that'll keep me steady for a little bit. I guess I'll just have to go in the building across the street, because I think that probably will be my fob. Considering how huge it is and stuff, I might be able to make that my fob. And if I ever get kicked out, I can use that as my other fob. So that was closed. I didn't check this house. Well, speaking on something that's beyond that, are you a gamer then, mainly? Well, being who I am and what I believe, it's made it difficult, obviously, is a lot of the world tends to be against people like me, so. Yeah. Fair enough, man. Gamer's gamer. But, I'm a believer in the Lord, or in Christ. And obviously with that comes a lot of judgment immediately, because people have a preconception of how he is and how other Christians have made other people feel. At the same time, I'm trying to represent a realistic thing of Christ as best as I can, even though I am flawed as well, and I'll admit that now. And so obviously, the world has thrown me a curveball because it doesn't appreciate him. But I have done as best I can to represent him with his grace. And try to always open up discussion. But it's been good in the sense of the fact that in spite of every circumstance that's been thrown my way, I've been at peace. And I've been through a lot of terrible things myself, though nothing compares to what you've been through. It's had its own toll on me. My mind's basically a broken hurricane because of the 4 different diagnoses I have in my head. And then, some of the things in my life currently going on have been botched just because of things that have happened going along.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
So. Yeah. And I appreciate that. I mean, people in your situation usually have that kind of mindset. Thank you for that. But obviously, not everyone shares your mind, and there's a lot of people who obviously take what I say and take it as a controlling thing, instead of like a discussion. So obviously it makes it hard to make that connection. But obviously, it is my goal to still share Christ regardless, and encourage others to maybe follow in footsteps. But that obviously doesn't make me feel terrible, but it does break my heart in many ways.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
That's a lot of water. I've tried cooking the fish and making it better. It just never works out in my favor. So we're gonna leave that behind. But yeah, it's just part of being a Christian. Generally the world, and we were told that from the beginning that it's gonna hate us.
Take it.
So. But the Father's still been good to me, and that relationship with him has been the most best thing about my time here on Earth so far, has been just having that relationship with him. Especially considering I definitely don't deserve it, and that's everybody in the world, though. I'm gonna pause this. It's a very deeply religious family group, mostly non-denominational Christian church, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. And it both hurt me, but also gave me something. I'm helped by the message, even if I was harmed by his people at times, you know? I know it's a hard question. What did they do that hurt you? Because obviously church hurts is a common thing in the church. What exactly did they do? And I'm saying it's out of concern, mostly. Hey, Jake. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well.
This'll come in handy.
Getting so heavy. Alright. I think after this I'm definitely have to go see that place. Hanging out, man. Hanging out as best as I can, brother. What's going on with you today, Jay?
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
I know, Astrid. Don't worry, we'll be free from this burden in no time. Okay, a few clothing changes. First of all, I'm gonna go change over to mucklucks. They're not better by many means, but they'll be better in a lot of other ways, so I would rather take mucklucks. I'll take the ragged wool socks over the sports. I am definitely taking the decent work pants instead. Shower now, playing that, and having a Red Bull and whiskey. Gamer diet. Fair enough, brother. Fair enough. This is better. Never would have guessed. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the gamer diet, isn't it? Just having a Red Bull and whiskey. Alright, I don't feel like I missed anything else, so. I guess, by the way, Violent, if at any point you do not feel comfortable answering a question, just say, I'd rather not say. I think that's unmentioned, but I just want to make that mentioned.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
That's fair. Wild day, Jay? What made it so wild? Alright, let me go head over to the bar. Drop this stuff off. Hopefully it'll be a good, nice place to have base camp and cook at and stuff. Falling away. I don't know what to say, but I'll fall anyway. Today's another day, no holiday. Shine away. But I'll be coming for your love, okay? Hey, on me. Hopefully I don't have to go upstairs. 'Cause I might break my back if I'm not careful.
So many of the locals have gone missing.
I'm guessing this is going to be a side quest of some kind. I feel it in my bones.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
I feel it, lady. The only way this works out as a...
Damn clean. What the hell was Larson thinking? Well, what's he supposed to do? People are scared.
Okay, well, I'm definitely not gonna be able to cook here, but it would be a good place to make base camp.
What? We're the only ones out here.
Exactly.
Hello, Sherrod.
Ah, welcome to Cooper's. Haven't seen you around here before.
Right. I've been staying with a friend.
Ah, right. You're
I'll do it
Jane's
for you.
friend from the mainland. The one from the canoe. You feeling any better?
Yes, thank you. I'm looking for the doctor, Larson. Any idea where I can find him?
Well, you're not the only one looking for the man. The good doctor set up a quarantine here, what, a couple of weeks ago now? After everything stopped working. Said strange things were happening. People going missing, weird stuff. Not sure. He's usually such a level-headed guy. It's not like him to just disappear in the middle of all this.
When was the last time anyone saw him?
It's been days at least. It's a bit hard to keep track, honestly. Every day another refugee from the cold, or three, showing up and camping out here at the bar.
I'm sure they appreciate having a safe place to stay.
Well, most of them wouldn't stoop low enough to pass the threshold in good times, but I don't hold it against them. I'm happy to be able to help, as long as there's wood for the fireplace and booze for the patrons, that is. At least I don't expect the wood to run out.
Well, if you have any suggestions for where I can start looking for Dr. Larson.
His clinic is just up the street. He leaves a spare key at the bar in case of emergencies.
Got you, Jay.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind giving a friend of Jane's a chance to look around. He's almost
just hang out, man.
After all those hours sitting by Freya's bedside.
Thanks. I'll start there.
Might be worth taking a look at the constable's office, and the co-op, too. This is a small town, so news and drama tend to show up in those places first.
Got it. Thanks.
Stay safe out there. And watch out for the mill workers. Someone tried to burn the place down about a week ago. They're convinced it's the same person running around murdering people in their sleep. So they're a bit on edge.
You don't sound like you believe in the murderer theory.
Not my place to say. I mostly listen to people and keep my opinions to myself. I will say that I've lived here for years. A remote place like this is dangerous by nature. We're always only one careless step away from a very bad situation. It can bring out the worst in people.
Thanks for the key. I'll bring it back when I'm finished.
You stay safe out there. And if you get too cold, feel free to come back to warm up a bit.
Thanks.
I'll keep the fire going as long as I can.
Thanks. I'll be careful.
Okay, he's just not seem very trustworthy. Off rip. Cool guy. But okay. We'll see how it goes over time.
Like, just gone.
I do need to drop at least off like all my clothes, I think, though.
The house was freezing. She went looking for him downstairs.
Okay, so there's the toilet.
The door wide open.
The toilet.
Not another one.
Yeah.
And then what's up here?
A couple of days ago.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Ray's always off doing something. I'm sure we'll show up eventually.
Whoa, really?
Like Ray going on another bender.
That's cool.
His boots and parka were still. He must
Wow.
have been barefoot.
Actually, if you have a bear bed.
Do you think it's...
That pertains to someone sheltering at Cooper's.
That's not good.
You're just taking out. Wow, you actually get bearskin rolls. That's cool. Alright, I'm actually gonna drop some of my stuff up in here. Won't be a lot of my stuff, but it'll at least be some of it.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Okay. Mostly just clothes. Any old clothes I have. That would probably be great. And anything like fire starter materials and stuff like that.
Look, all I'm saying is it doesn't make
Uh,
sense to just
that's only 10
sit
like
here
10
waiting
kilograms,
for more
huh?
bad stuff to happen.
But what about the quarantine?
Or what? It's not like there's anyone here to stop us.
I'm sure this will.
I don't really know the difference between wood matches and cardboard matches.
It always does.
You really
I think I'll take the wood ones at least. Take a pack of wood
I
ones.
say we take what supplies we can find and go south. To Thompson's Crossing or Milton.
Even just 4 of them would be well for me.
We just gotta
I definitely don't need all the painkillers in the world right now. I don't need to go energy.
I think that murder
Her boots can go in here. Her gloves, her jeans, her jacket, or her sweater, her gloves, these boots, pairs of jeans, some shoes, plaid shirts.
I say we clear out the co-op, grab whatever supplies are left, pack it up on a sled, and skidoo out of here.
Wait to Twitch,
Well,
do
then
something.
Take our chances on foot.
I say
Kinda.
wait it out till spring. See what happens.
Sure, Twitch didn't do anything stupid on me. Alright. That definitely lightens off a lot of my back. The food can just go outside, unless if it's, like, canned. Yep. Last chapter. Last one, man. And then, like I said, we'll see where I go next. No promises. This is where all my weight is, just in these 10-pound dang no freaking water. Holy crap. For now, I think I'm just gonna throw all my tools in here that I don't actually need off rip. Like this, simple tools, whetstones are not gonna be needed. Can opener can stay, lantern can go in here. I'll put that down somewhere.
The doctor, Constable
I'll keep those. I'll put the cloth away, I guess. I don't have any enough old man's beer to do anything with anyway, so.
We're on our own.
And I'll go and place this down anyway. That's pretty cool. So you can automatically just get a bearskin roll in this place. That's pretty cool. Pretty legit. The heck is this?
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's only 3 kilograms. I definitely need to put the water somewhere, at least for now. Might just put it right here. It's fine. It's not gonna kill anything. Yeah, that's a lot of water. 10 kilograms, you kidding me? And then we can throw all this out on the front porch up here. My food. Keep it off the ground. Drop, drop, drop. I'll keep all the Nutri-Grain bars. Those are pretty legit to keep. Chips on the ground. Rackers. All the tea and coffee will go over here. That'll hopefully prevent it from rot. Scooch over a little bit and do the coffee. I'll probably do all the canned drinks as well. I guess I can just leave that out here. Nah, I'm not overly hungry anyway, so I don't want to eat that. I'll eat that later whenever I need a real hefty meal. Peanut butter. And then all the canned drinks. So what's that actually look like, by the way, when you place that down? Okay, so I don't look anything different. People teaching versus Christ teaching would be a youth pastor told me that if I had obeyed my parents more as a child, then God would not have made me get assaulted. And that youth pastor put the responsibility for my assault on my 8-year-old shoulders under the idea that if I were a more obedient child, I would have not gotten that. And that made me feel for years like God's will was for me to be a graphic victim. It took so many years of therapy to untangle that mess and realize that sadly, sometimes tragic and violent things happen to innocent people, but also that even tragedy can provide meaning if you choose for it to. That's why, as vulnerable as it is, I try to share and let anyone else who may be getting through it, they're not alone. No. That I need to know exactly where you're coming from, and you taking on this long example helps me understand where you're at. So, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that a pastor told you that. That's definitely not at all biblical. So it sounds like you already figured that out, though, in your many years of dealing with your therapy and stuff. Yeah, God would never do that, and it's true that, yeah, just sometimes crap happens to innocent people, and it's unfair. That being said, I hope that youth pastor's doing better from what he was, and for what it's worth, hopefully you have a better example of Christ today. Would be my biggest hope.
Cooper's has this big fireplace.
And obviously, I don't think I could ever say that about somebody, about that reality, that'd be the reality.
Decent heater. Half the town's going to be sleeping upstairs soon.
Hey,
should find some use for this.
Have another drink, right?
That's right.
Mary
Am I allowed back there? Looks like not. Looks like I'm not allowed in the back. Okay. Alright, at least my shoulders are now easier to carry stuff now. I probably didn't really need the bear bed right now. I probably could have left that behind, honestly. I just took the bear bed because I thought it was cool. But maybe I'll, if whenever I come back, I'll leave it behind. Yeah, I can't ever imagine saying that to somebody that God had it in his design. Now, God can turn bad things to good. That doesn't mean what happened was right. It just means that God has a way of turning some things around. Okay, I've definitely not been here. I don't recognize these cardboard boxes. I definitely would have taken that last time if I was here. Unless that key opens up it, everything else now. That doesn't seem right that there would be like a one key for all lock. Hatchet.
Nobody needs this anymore.
Hey, Wolf Long Johns. Amen. Looks like everything in here. Alright, now we go check the kitchen. Actually, the bathroom. My bad. Toilet wine.
This'll come in handy.
Sure. I feel like toilet water should always be like terrible and you always have to clean it up, but what do I know? There's a song that breaks my heart. If you have a second, it's called Dear God by Dax. It's kind of frustrating song about the idea of Dear God, I believe in you and I need you, but all of your people are hurting me and hurting each other type prayer. Yeah, I've heard songs like that, so that's pretty cool that there's a song like that. Now I can look at it. The stream ain't going anywhere as far as I know, you know. this whole thing's here for sake of people like you and other people in the situation that, talk about God and share about it. So let's see if I can find it. I know there's like 2 different deer gods, like because there's deer god, or maybe there's not, but there's a handful out there. I'm gonna mute my mic just so it doesn't pick it up. Information hasn't played. I'm just looking at the lyrics in this case. Dang. Are you black or are you white? Wow. Yeah. I won't tell my sins to another sinner just because I robe. Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at the lyrics. They're good. Yeah, I'm just looking at the lyrics at this case, just to see what he's saying and seeing how accurate it is for the most part. Sounds like a hip-hop song, and based on his name, I would definitely take that. Yeah, that does happen. I can see why you like it. There's some of the things you're talking about, some of the things you may have gone through. Yeah. I'm not for the cursing, but I get where he's coming from at the same point in time. So, yeah, figures hip hop rap. Having a name like Dax kind of screams hip hop. I've never heard of a country singer or a gospel singer call themselves Dax. No. I see why you like it.
It's probably useful.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I've never been hurt by the church. I've been hurt by the church too. In fact, a lot of the churches I've met, or at least the churches I've known so far that I've met in between now and today, haven't been fully accepting of the ministry I do, which is a ministry. So, just because it's in the gaming world and it's kind of hard to promote when you're playing things that may or may not be gospel or Christian, orientated. Not that many games are Christian orientated, for what's worth. But yeah. So I realize people need someone to come to where they are, not where they should be. And that's what God's told me the most about this whole ministry, is that you got to meet them where they are, not where they ought to be. And he'll work on that whole escapade of getting someone there. So it always saddens my heart to hear when stuff like what you've gone through happens. Okay, so I don't have a key to that, so I just have a key to only the old mill. But yeah. Yeah, and I think that's fair. You should. That you should focus on the reality that there is a God up above, that the people that are his church do not fully, perfectly represent what he is. They mimic it as best they can, but they're still broken people. And that you have to focus on what he said versus on how someone said it or what someone said specifically that may have been against what he would have done or said. Which does require a bit of, what's it called? Discipline, or no, not discipline. Discretion? No. A bit of wisdom, a bit of just discernment, and a few other things to really understand exactly where God's mind is in a lot of things when people do wrong. But I think you already understand that pretty well, so I don't think I have to go over a long rant about that. But yeah, pretty much exactly is what I think he's completely right in what he's saying there. Bananas. Also, I know I can't see. Holy crap, it's dark in here. It's advanced darkness right here, dog.
Stuff will come in handy.
So, and I think that's what a lot of Christians are doing nowadays. A lot of like your proper people who are believers in Christ and who do follow him well are exactly thinking about that and having people reflect on church hurt and the actual message of Christ. Our pastor does that. And he's honest about his own brokenness too. We're all honest about our brokenness in our church. That we all kind of suck at this. But we're trying to do better every day than what we were yesterday. It's not easy by any means, but we do try. Crap, I cannot see. I cannot see. I am legally blind. I'm kind of wishing I brought that lantern now. I am 24. Yeah. Going on 25 this October. So yeah, I'm a bit of an old fella. But not too old. I'm a young old fella. I'm an older young fella. What they'd say, I guess. You're some southerner. Can barely see in this joint, man. Doesn't seem to be much except for maybe a couple baseball caps so far. A lot of the food's already been raided. And a few other things. Oh, we gotta go energy drinks at least. No more cash. I say that better stay true then. I found some cash! They lied to us! Get it in the safe. The jacket. Alright. Oh boy. Where's this at? This is apparently a side quest. Oh, find clues at the co-op, I see. Yeah, I do. Well, not with my mentality. My mentality kind of slows me down a lot, and ADHD takes over the energy half, and then depression decides to slow me down. Then anxiety says, oh, we got to worry about everything. And then you got Tourette's that says, hey, we're going to do some weird movements today. You know, we're going to do some aerobic exercises. And you don't get to decide when. Just going to scare you. But yeah, I do. I am young. I'm not going to sit here and act like I ain't young. I know. There's some days though I feel like I'm an older dude in my young body. Which is maybe a blessing in disguise. I'm a military brat, so I had to kind of grow up fast because of just the reality of being a soldier's kid. You don't got a kind of a choice. Kind of sacrifice your childhood for others' childhood. Without so much as really much of a thank you. Instead, you're just labeled as a brat and good luck. So. Okay. There's snow in the car, and I don't think that's supposed to be in here.
I'll take it.
That I will. Well, at least I'm not getting all that cold now, so I'll take what I can get as well. Even in my clothes' terrible state, they're still doing their job. Bruh. Ain't got no pry bar. Yeah. But I just feel older. I've been told I act older than I really am. And maybe that's why I feel that way, because I've always been told that. I don't think that. I think I'm still just an idiot kid, but I tried to do better than I was yesterday in the whole childhood department. And try to grow up and be better than I was. But obviously,
No one needs this anymore. People missing.
doesn't always work
All over
out.
Great Bear.
I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Hey, Grayson. Yeah. Come on in, Grayson. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Gilly. Let's go, new e-bike. How's the e-bike? Pretty cool hospital, actually.
This will come in handy.
What's it worth? Good. Does it ride well, do well, everything you need? Appreciate the like, mate. And I know you said hi. I see you. I see you. Tag says gun locker. All right, we have a gun locker key. That's not all scary.
I have no rational explanation for my patient's altered presentation. All that is left is the irrational, and I do not want to go down that road quite yet. Ever since the night we lost power, everyone has looked to me for an answer. But my limited journals are useless without a connection to the mainland. I will press on, but I fear it is time to involve law enforcement. In whatever fashion the law remains on this tragic island, in the middle of this catastrophe. Doing my duty, I will pursue the leads that I can, as I can. I've enlisted the local constable as well. He is here lately on his usual rotation, if also eager to leave once he saw the basic quarantine I pushed for. But he is hardy.
Ain't got no gas in it, bro.
Enough.
Can't use it.
We will see.
Yeah. Okay, so interesting. So he was seeing that there was a pattern, was trying to find a connection, was going to get law enforcement involved, but that's where it cut off. Now we got to find more information. Okay. No sense of dementia. So it's possibly dementia.
Some of these findings feel familiar.
So some form of early onset dementia.
Yeah, vague.
And
You can tell he
in
wasn't really
children.
sure how to interpret his own observations.
Okay. Find clues in the clinic. Alright. Unlocker. Yeah. Thing is, I've actually just kind of ran with it. In spite of everything that's happened, I've taken the reality that I lost my childhood as a reality that as an adult, you learn to be an adult faster, and it eventually helps you deal with a lot of things ahead of time. So that when you finally do get to be an adult and start doing adulting things, you end up doing a lot better as an adult. And you kind of get ahead, so. Oh, I'm sorry, Aiden. Like I said, I knew I'd forget. I told you. This was warned in pre before. So. Can't act like I didn't warn you. But, you know, I've kind of adopted the reality that I don't have a childhood, and it's okay. I wasn't asked to sacrifice or anything, but I gave it up so that others could have theirs. And especially as a minister, you kind of have to grow up as well, because you can't just be a kid as a minister. You can have fun and be goofy and youthful, but, you know, you have to, at some point, be a leader and a guide more than anything. And, you have to kind of be mature enough for that to deal with it, which is why I believe I was called into the ministry early. By God alone. So, could be wrong, but that's what I truly, from what I understand. I think at the end of the day, I think God just picked me because I said, hey, I'm available. And God said, aight. Wasn't expecting him to give me such a difficult challenge, but you know, that's what happens. It's like that kid from SpongeBob.
Where did they all go?
Who, said, I don't like pistachio. Then why'd you ask for it? Yes, Gilly, I do. Though they do adopt some beliefs from other forms of Christianity, but at least the pastor does. Because he agrees with that there's some of the churches that do have some things right, or they have other things wrong, and tries to find the fine line about where the truth actually is amongst the multiple versions of Christianity that there is. And I've always done that myself, so before he talked about it. So it's pretty cool that we get to agree on that kind of thing.
Okay.
Thank you, Aiden. Okay. I'll go in there in a minute. I'm out here. Come in! That's a church. Name a church. Pretty sure I've registered this car. Not mistaken. Oh, I have not. Interesting. That pry bar. Fudge.
I think I can use this.
Okay. Alright, let me head back and drop all this stuff off real quick. The only issue is I can't cook food over there where, I can't cook food at the bar. And I haven't found a building where I can start a fire properly without doing something stupid. Alright. Farm fresh. Something here. I don't know what they'd actually even have here. Maybe carrots and potatoes. I don't know. They don't exactly mention what actually grows here and what used to grow here before everything went to crap. Hello, everybody. I am back. Guess I'll just leave the bed here for now. I don't really need the bed right now. If and whenever I need it, I know where they're at. I can come back and grab it. And I think at this point, I think I will take a lantern. To really bring that playful side back out of me. But I played the water park with them and played laser tag and flown kites, etc. And we're talking about my brother once about how I felt robbed out in childhood, and he did too, but we both felt healed by how his kids brought the playful back out of both of us, and me and him in a very emotional cry, realizing that his kids didn't have to carry the same trauma that him and I grew up with. I did, Gilly, I do go to a Baptist church, technically. I did. Or, Aiden, sorry. That's pretty cool. In some ways, that's happened to me with the younger people at our church. Have kind of become part of their lives a little bit here and there, so I've been kind of really having a good time with the kids at our church, hanging out, and I would say kids are youth, more or less. The kids are scared of me, but so are the youth. For some reason, I bring this very fearing aura to the youth of our church. So they always look at me like I'm about to, like, say, straighten up! Get back in line! You know? Not that I'm gonna do that, but it does seem to be that way every time I walk by the kids, that they're scared I'm gonna just do something crazy. Even though just half the time just minding my own business. God has blessed me with a deep voice and apparently a very stern look. That's good. Well, Baptists are considered like the most laid back of churches, I think, if I remember correctly. Their whole shtick is, we eat. Come eat. So. Yeah. So that's their whole shtick. Yeah. 12 rounds. Rose hip tea. Yeah. I would say our church eats that much compared to like some other Baptist churches I've been to where they eat like a lot more food. But yeah, it seems to definitely be the reality is that everyone kind of really just eats. Okay. Hey. See you when you come back. But yeah. Yeah, so Southwestern is where they do a lot of potlucks. You go to Southwest churches, that's where you're going to get a lot of your potlucks. But they also have a different kind of style of Christianity compared. So you do unfortunately end up with that situation. But it's one of those you have to kind of give and get depending on how you want it to be. But yeah, definitely Southwestern is their main thing where you're going to get a lot of food and eat. Peaches, peaches. Tomato soup. Water. But yeah. But I try to be. That being said, compared to stream me versus actual person me is quite different. In the fact that I don't normally act the way people seem to look at me when I'm on stream compared to online. In real life, I'm very quiet, not overly spoken, so. Yeah, I'm an Oklahoman boy, so I was born and raised in Oklahoma for the most part. And then, of course, moved because of military, but yeah. That's my home state. Specifically Lawton, in case you wish to ask. That's my home state. Guess I need to switch that out for something. What does that change? No. Definitely the shirt then. I know the cohesion is better than the shirt, hands down, without even a second thought. Yeah. Yeah, I am a quiet spoken dude, so usually a lot of people when they see me on stream, they're thinking, oh, he's gonna be a fun guy when I meet him in person. No, no. I am normally quiet. Yeah. Just last weekend, I cooked bolognese for the first time. That was fun. Long process, but fun. But I generally cook, yeah. Campfire steaks, definitely one of my more favorite foods. I've cooked in campfire chili. I've cooked beef and vegetable soup at home inside a crock pot. Done fish. Love fish. Love cooking fish on the pan. You name it, I'll probably try it one day. Except for curry, I'm not a big fan of curry, but that's just personal preference more than anything. But yeah, I love cooking. It's so much fun. I had to learn to cook when my mom and dad had to go bury my grandmother, so it was just me and my older brother at home, and we both decided we were gonna try to bounce between cooking and stuff. And so I took roles, he did, and well, I learned to cook real fast, and I learned to cook real good somehow. I guess I'm a prodigy. No homemade burgers? Oh, this thing's just the best. It's like Five Guys at home, basically. A little more expensive, but you get more bang for your buck. Yeah, stuff's so good. Okay. I guess I do need to eat. Do I want to eat my canned goods? I guess yes, since they don't freeze that well, and there's plenty in here. And then at some point I'll switch over to my outside foods. I'm gonna hope this tomato soup don't kill me. Yeah, homemade burgers. I always put onions in the burgers. I chop up onions real fine and put them in the burgers. And that always makes it really tasty. Do you cook yourself? Probably should eat the beans first. Oh well. Okay. Alright, some more fed. So far, a very slow-paced start. I appreciate that on this chapter. Seems like all the other chapters are like so like boots hit the ground. You have a lot of stuff to do immediately. This one feels very like take your time, enjoy the world, don't panic. You ain't got wolves to worry about. You ain't got this to worry about. Just kind of take your time on the game. So far. Oh, does everyone just go to sleep? By the way, whenever everyone's still awake. All right. I honestly thought it was daylight out. Uh-oh. Well, I might be staying inside for today. That one bothers me a bit. But I'll just try sleeping a couple hour intervals until the storm passes. Sounds like it left. Hey, hey. I still don't want to eat that yet because that fish is really good. It's just a decent meal for a time being. Alright, back to the other side of town, back to the church. So they blocked that off, so I can't go that way. Already kind of been up there for the most part. Yeah. Thing is, so it's actually a funny thing. The hardest thing to do is make a juicy, well done steak. It is a law that if you can't, that well done's always bad. That's not always true. You can make a well-done steak really juicy if you know what you're doing. But you have to carefully monitor your cook. But you can make a very juicy, well-done steak. Campfire is a real good way to do it. Because campfire steak allows the fat to stay once you really sear it well. It just stays and it just renders into the meat. And then you have a nice, well-done, juicy steak. It tastes great, feels great, and it's better for you anyway since there's no red meat. Depending on your state of health, especially for like people who are like my dad who has like high cholesterol. So, but that is a hard thing to do, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like it ain't. Hello, beautiful.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Best steak. You're fine. I knew what you meant. One thing you have to learn in streaming is how to translate somebody's words. Because sometimes they mess up saying things. Also, I might just stay here for honestly.
Looks like this has been here a while.
It's a pretty good place to stay at, honestly. I camp here and everything and live here, basically. Mostly because it's actually a place I can actually cook stuff, honestly. But we'll have to see how that goes. There's an emergency kit. Yeah, you're fine, bro. So. But yeah. I would say making a well-done steak as a cooking thing is a difficult procedure. And if you can learn that skill, it is a blessing in disguise.
Hope nobody needs this
But
anymore.
it does take a feat. And you have to closely monitor all your food too. Alright, a written note and a garage key. Alright. So got to go to the garage. Oh, this is new. Haven't seen these before. That's cool. I guess that's to help defend yourself against animals. The industrial toilet! Compared to any other kind of toilet, I guess. We're not even allowed to sleep in here. It's interesting. I'm allowed to sleep in this bed, so I might just live here then. Because there's plenty of storage. I can find plenty of places to put stuff like my gun. Plenty of storage in here, in the cabinets. 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. Yeah, it's pretty decent. If it's juicy and well flavored, yes. But that is a practice. Because a well done steak can be juicy if you know what you're doing. It also does sometimes require a pre-soak in something to help kind of soak it up and help it stay juicy when it's on the grill or on the fire. In a fire, not as much, because once it sears really well, the fat will just render into the meat and taste so good. But it all depends on how it's cooked and how it's made. But usually I'll go medium well, because I'm not a big rare fan or medium rare fan, but I will go at least medium at a restaurant. But I am more than happy with a well done if it's done right. So, like I said though, it's a practice and you have to learn how to do that. It's not easy and not everyone knows how to do that kind of cooking. I guess you also could do it with a sous vide. Sous vides I also know are really good for cooking a well done steak well. But we don't have a sous vide, and though you could just boil a pot of water with a piece of meat in a bag, I guess, if you really wanted to try. But again, it's a process, and it depends on how willing you're willing to go, and depending on health reasons, if you need to as well, I guess. But yes, I do enjoy a well done steak if done right. Even if people don't like that in some places, I do. So I wonder if this is the only place I get to stay at, or if I actually get to go outside Perseverance. Because I remember on episode 2, you actually get to kind of leave that area and actually go into, like, the wooded areas. The marsh and the broken railroad. So I wonder if this one also has that kind of similar feature where I get to go to, like, the harbor or something. That'd be kind of cool. I was actually allowed to explore outside the town. Because it does feel a little cramped. I'm gonna be honest. Just a little bit. Be sure you search this right. Don't even got a key. Let's see, I see a door, but I don't see a doorknob. That's a house I can search, no doubt. Just not yet. Or at all. I know, like, I didn't get to search the infirmary last time I was in that area. Or in the last area. So I still gotta search the power plant and go back to the garage. Still no side quests. I've noticed. Usually by now there's already like a few side quests you can complete to further your expedition, but maybe this one they just gave up on that. Which if they did, so be it, but it just seems like by now usually there's always like some side quests to do. Oh. Well.
Okay, an improvised morgue.
I mean, it works.
Dr. Larson did his best to maintain some kind of quarantine protocol for these bodies.
Yeah?
It couldn't have been easy for him, being in such a remote location.
I mean, he could have just thrown them out on the street, so... Considering what he did, not bad. Even had body bags, too. So, props in for doing the right thing here. Sure, let's just keep a zap bar in the area where there's food. Where there's dead corpses. It's a great idea. No, don't have to contact right away. You know, you tell me, wait for you to handle it. I can't listen to a patient. Okay. So it looks like he left because he's saying that he was finding a pattern. That was dumb. Alright. Alright, well, before I continue any further, I think I'm going to take a momentary break to go and repair some of my clothes, and then I think we'll, figure out next steps. Because currently I'm just kind of getting, like, the lay of the land. And also I'm trying to figure out where I want to stay at permanently, which I think is going to have to be the prisoner's hub. Or the constable's home. So... So I'll be staying there until further notice. I won't take the beds though, leave those behind. I can stay. Alright, well first things first, unload everything I don't actually need currently. A bandage, book, extra can opener, keep that for now. So far, dog food I don't want to eat, but I'll keep it anyway for emergencies. Need to throw those outside. Lantern fuel. I'm gonna heat those up anyway. As far as I know, I can't make the explosive cans yet, so I'm not overly panicking for that. Basically, I just want to start tearing down clothes at this point now. I'll start repairing everything that can be repaired and make it all look pristine. I'm gonna keep those. They come in handy one day. Plaid shirts, no thank you. Pennies. Parka. Some socks, sweatshirts. Pin. Breaker, work pants. What else can go in here? Those can all go on the ground. If we don't need all the matches. Looks like everything. Seems like everything. Except for all the cans, which can just go out here on the ground. Do you ever can't just recycle these to, like, scrap metal? Just take these as scrap metal. Okay, that's all set. Clothes. Now I gotta tear up some clothes. I'm gonna wait, but I'm gonna tear up her gloves first. Sure. Just when I had a sewing kit somewhere. Maybe I still have it on me. Sweater. This probably just takes about 10,000 minutes to do. No baseball cap. Not only that, going through all this quickly is going to allow me to travel further for longer and not worry about the weather as much. I wish like they had like a quality of life where you could like select how many things you wanted to destroy and then just say destroy. Or salvage, harvest, whatever. Like, I respect how this is, but this takes just so damn long. Harvest. It's also give me a chance to get the well-fed bonus, that way I can have the extra carry weight, so that is also part of the positives here. Harvest you. Very good. I haven't played survival that much, so I wouldn't know every area. The one I've enjoyed the most, just in the story ones that you get to experience, has been between where Astrid first lands, or the first one on episode 3, where you go to mainly, and number 2's first area. The Forlorn Muskeg, I think is what it's called. I forget where you're actually at in number 2, but it's between those two are my favorites. I really enjoy those locations. Okay, I'm gonna tear these up and I'll wear the other ones. But yeah, I like those two the most. I think it's Pleasant Valley is number 3's location, and then I'm pretty sure it's the Forlorn Muskeg for number 2 is the first where Jeremiah's lives anyway. I like the wilderness, and I like the feeling of it, for the most part. And that's kind of what really brings it to me as fun. Though it may not be everybody's cup of tea, I understand.
Pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
I did enjoy it. What about you? You have a favorite region in this game so far? Beans and molasses with bits of what looked like pork. Yeah, that ain't scary at all. The coastal highway. What makes it your favorite? I don't think I've ever been there, so I don't know what that looks like. But I would like to hear what makes it your favorite. Let's see. Oh, what else is there? Tear up. Still gotta tear up her boots and these shoes and these shirts. Let's just get on with it. Abundant fishing opportunities? How do you mean? I don't really understand the fishing in this game. I know, like, it's basically just make a hole in the ground, you fish. And I know, like, in the survival, I think I looked a little bit into it. You have, like, lures and stuff you can craft. But other than that, I don't really get it. So maybe you can help me understand exactly what the whole shtick is about it. I quickly grab myself a drink. Pretzels are good, but man, did they make you dehydrated. Let's see. I definitely am not wearing a down vest. I'm not sure about the ski jacket yet, though. I know that's a decent jacket. I just don't know if it's better than Astrid's. Or if it's better than, like, the light one I'm wearing currently. Can you imagine someone asking you as a neighbor, so what'd you do last night? Oh, I just tore some clothes up, made some cloths so I could repair my clothes. How about you? Just look at you like, cool. Just because they don't know what to say. I don't think that's better. I think that's just because it's like higher level than what I'm currently rocking. I highly doubt that. I'm considering wearing these, even if it is a cost of warmth. They sound fun. Oh. The Open Aurora Mine? What's that? Can't say I've heard of this fantabulous mine. I ain't wearing you. I'm thinking the toque's actually better in this case, but I have to repair it to find out. Then I think this is better, the simple parka. Though maybe it actually would be better to keep this around since it's kind of cool, but it's not that great. We'll see. I just gotta get a sewing kit. I can remember where that guy put that thing. I have sodas. Time to start chugging. There we go. Now I'll just take this stale chocolate bar. The gamer diet. I should probably sleep then before it gets too late and I can't sleep anymore. It's gonna take a while to prepare my clothes anyway. Alright, back to ripping stuff up for repairing. I don't think I need two of these, because I'm pretty sure the other one's decent, so. The Kowaken is pretty good. And then this is just awful, because, yeah. And that's everything, I think. And then I'm still kind of deciding here, so... Well, this I'm definitely keeping, so I definitely want to repair that. Oh, so they finally updated all this now in the 5th chapter. They should tell you everything. Because in the first 4 chapters, they don't tell you anything about where you're at and your skill level and everything. They're just like, you can do it. It's like, thanks. I'm fairly sure this is better. Not 100%. I'm fairly sure. I don't blame you though for the fish hunting. The fishing is just great in the game in terms of the fact that it gives you so much better food over time, and it isn't that hard to fish, so. Part is almost like maybe it is better to wear this because it does protect like your whole head. But then again, I don't really know the difference, so I don't know. I guess I could just keep it though. It's not like it's gonna be awful to keep around. It's not gonna kill me to do that. Okay. So it's about the same as Astrid's jacket. I am just curious. I'm only gonna do this once, just to see where it ends up, and then if I don't like where it's going, then I'm not keeping it. So it does provide better wind resistance, which I may actually take instead. I'll keep this around though. Maybe I want to wear it instead of Astrid's, I guess, maybe, or something. I don't know. Right. Right. The 5% hit me twice. I'm just curious if these are better, like if these are like decent enough that I can actually wear these authentically and be happy. Because that would be kind of cool. Oh, they actually are pretty decent. That's pretty cool. Like, yeah, I'm gonna wear some tactical gloves. Frick the wool mittens. Okay, let's compare the work pants. Drink up some water. Let's get a bit of food. Oh, what do we got to eat? Right. No food poisoning, let's go. Alright, bucklets need to get repaired. That's without a doubt in my mind. Bucklets are pretty decent shoes, so. That's all fine. I have long johns. Get them back up to stuff. Okay. Get my socks back up to where they belong. I'm gonna hope that by taking all this, I'm not ruining it for someone else later on in the game. So, by that I mean for Mackenzie. I'm gonna hope that if I do eventually have to transfer over to Mackenzie, which I have something in my heart telling me I am going to, that it doesn't affect his storyline in any hurtful way. Is that light enough for you? Cool. Hopefully at some point I'll also find some combat pants. I know combat pants and work pants are a good thing together. Alright. Am I unhappy with anything else before I call it good? Let's just see. I'm just mildly curious if it may actually be a decent choice. If it's not too different, then I may just keep the head wrapping. One, it looks cool, and two, it may actually just be generally better. Oh, let's see. Well, you lose about 0.5% in that, but you do gain that. That's not really a worthy trade. And I'm not really caring about trading those two together. So. Alright. That seems good. I look like I'm ready for the winter. Starting the next day, I'm gonna have to go and transfer everything over to the constable's house. Get everything in there. It's 8 hours, it's fine. Drink up, king, queen. Alright. I'm at about max capacity. Oh wait, no, I have the extra 5 pounds for the well-fed bonus. Never mind. What if freezing medication is actually an option? I don't know. I've never seen that before. Try and do all the light stuff first. Come back for the heavy stuff later. Take more bang for my buck. All those, all those. All those. I don't get why I don't get the same decision to do that with that, but whatever. Okay. I'm about at max capacity. So I'm gonna go and come back. Thankfully, it's not that far. It's only like a little bit of distance to get these locations. Of course, the wind isn't helping at all. It's making it almost completely difficult to run. Or walk normally. Hopefully living here doesn't bite me in the arse. I'm just trying to live here because I think it's a good idea. I think it'll be a beneficial thing. Okay, so medical supplies will go underneath this cabinet. And I will keep the worst the worst. Medical. And hopefully I don't get sick by using the worst of the worst. Okay. What storage options do I have for clothes? Alright, well. Let's see, I guess this can be all the fire starters, I guess? And materials, since it's not that plentiful anyway. Feathers. Cured leather. Weird scrap metal. I guess tools too. Ain't a big deal putting tools in there. Kind of makes sense in my head. At least in some weird way. Food will go elsewhere. Water will also go elsewhere. A chikey. Just gonna keep those. Well, nah. Like I'm starting fires between here and there. Alright then. Just gonna... Actually, I guess I could put the flare gun in here. Wait, hold on. Reload that. Place it. Alright, so that's medicine. That may just be food. This will be food. This will be water. For the time being, until I feel otherwise. And then as for a bear bed, I guess I can grab one, take it with me once I feel like I'm full on everything. And I have the space for the bag. Most of that weight was just the water. Might as well. Okay. I'll just take it now. Biggest deal in the world, take it now. And I guess I'll take a few cans with me, since I only have, like, what, one pot? Just I can. Okay. All that leaves now is all the food inside the, all the food outside.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I think you can. Because I don't have to come back here, so. Wants to be a one and done trip. Oh, there's a rose hips right here, but you can't take them. That's despicable. Yeah, normally there's a side quest by now. I'm guessing they may have just omitted the side quest by this point. Or maybe they'll come along later with Mackenzie if I have to play as him. Or just in general later in the story. Ooh. Oh, it's just I'm running, never mind. Alright. Things first. Right. Accept gun locker. Medical supplies. The worst one. Too bad you can't place clothes down, that'd be nice. And from what I remember reading about, you can't just put the food out here on the porch and it's fine. So, I'll take its word for it. Snacky stuff. Soda's over here. Fish down right here. And peanut butter. And then the rest of it's mostly inside. Because dog food is warm. Guess I'll just throw the dog food in here. I don't really feel like having the dog food anywhere else. Not something I really intend to eat at any given moment. All things considered, I honestly thought I had more food, but most of it's outside, so I guess I shouldn't think like that. Alright, place. Pot. Oop. Can. And I'll use those for cooking anything like fish or deer or something if I find it. The clothes. Honestly, extra clothes will just go in here. I don't know where else to put it. I can't place it anywhere, so it's as good a place as any. Books can go in the fire starting area. The extra can opener can go in here. Tools can go in here. Keep the lantern. Lantern fuel can go in here. Everything else, water's fine. Right. Looks good. As for all the wood and stuff on the floor, I do not care. Maybe I should have taken the bedroll. The regular bedroll instead of the air bedroll. Because honestly, it might be a better decision here. I'll at least leave that here. Then, food. Just grab a peanut butter jar and call it good. Peanut butter. Turkeys. And I want to go that way so bad right now. If I'm even allowed to, that is. See how far I can get before the game just says you can't go this way. Which so far seems pretty freaking early. Okay, so yeah, the story modes vary. This one got very linear, really fast. The game's like, nope, can't go that way. Nope, can't go this way. Nope, can't go that way. I don't think I've been up here yet. We'll give that a look. There's a few parts like I've been up here already and I didn't find anything. Maybe I'm wrong. I have not. I have not. Doors closed as always. A pry bar I don't have, so fortunately out of luck on that one. Let me in! And sure. Fine. Back later. I should start doing it with some of these cars. Like if I'm already done search through it, just open up the trunk. Just kind of gives me like a small way of knowing, hey, you've already been through here, so you're good to go. So I might do that going forward. There, no, I've been through this car, but I've been through the trunk. Yep, so that can be open now. And then I'm fairly sure I've been through this truck, so... Open that up. How about you? What's that? I know I've been through you. Actually battery in that one. Okay, so I've already gone to the end of that road. There was nothing for me to discover. I go to the lighthouse. There's a fire. It's an interesting dilemma. I wonder if it's Methuselah. Looks like him. Okay, obviously wants me to go over there, but I'm gonna take a detour. And they have really just, like, boarded up everything.
I guess these are part of the quarantine.
Yeah.
I imagine these barricades were probably guarded at some point. All this talk about a murder and people going missing. It's hard to tell if these barricades are meant to keep people in or out.
They do both. Alright. Heard that. We got wolves on the prowl. No rifles though, mostly pistols. Pistols and flare guns so far. Which I forgot to take with me on my way out here, but oh well. Maybe I'll be alright. Nothing. Yeah.
Hey, what do you want?
Hi there, I'm just looking around.
Well, don't be doing that.
Easy, Jean. She looks harmless enough.
Trust no one, that's what I say.
You guys guarding the mill?
Yeah, can't be too careful.
You're obviously new here, so let me fill you in on the situation. Someone's been going around murdering people, and that same someone is trying to burn the mill to the ground.
Come on, Jean. You sound so paranoid right now.
How else do you explain what's going on here?
Could it be that the events are unrelated?
Events? Unrelated? What are you, a cop?
A doctor, actually.
You a friend of Larson's?
No, I hear he's gone missing.
Yeah, missing. Like all the others. And the dogs.
Holy shit, Jean. You're too much.
What? You think it's all some kind of coincidence?
I mean, I don't know, but it seems a bit far-fetched.
Can I take a look around? Maybe I can help figure out what happened.
No way, lady. Nobody's getting through these gates. Not until whatever crazy asshole out there is behind bars. Or even better.
Hell, Jean. When did you get so bloodthirsty?
Look, nobody messes with the mill. Nobody. Without this place, we have nothing. No reason to be here. The town would just disappear.
You're so dramatic.
I'll leave you to it.
Be careful out there, lady. Weird shit is happening.
I'm sure everything will go back to normal once the power comes back on.
Yeah, and I plan to make sure there's still a mill left when that happens.
I'm telling you, you have to stop listening to all that paranoid conspiracy shit Terry's always raving about on his radio show.
Radio show?
Yeah, Terry runs his own personal radio station out of the old radio hut above town. Mostly plays music, but occasionally when he's been smoking a bit too much, well, let's just say things get a little crazy with his theories.
Listen, that guy knows what he's talking about.
No, that guy thinks he's living in the X-Files or something.
Trust no one!
Come on, man.
Trust no one.
Aren't you a lovely couple?
So Larson and the constable both left town looking for the missing townsfolk. Each of them is a piece of the puzzle of what's going on in Perseverance Mills. I need to find them.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna search the wilds. I'm gonna grab a sleeping bag. I'm gonna grab a gun. Yeah. I'm gonna grab the means to defend myself and the means to be out there in the wild. Let's stop by base camp. In that case, I better take these energy bars and the crackers. They're pretty light for their food. Yeah, what did I do with that bear mat? Should grab the ammo. Yeah, turn those into tinder bundles. At least one of them. Book and some. I just want to see. So I'm gonna take a bit of both. I'm gonna see if it's worth to take 20 paper matches, or in this case, technically what would be 12 wooden matches. See if it's worth more to do with the other one or the other. Okay, so no side quests yet. Oh, there's not even an option for a side quest. Oh wow. Okay. It's interesting. Oh boy. It just got windy. Okay, so no pry bars. We're gonna leave that closed. One's fully good. You definitely would be. You wouldn't have anything. Alright, out into the wilderness. Look at that, they finally got rid of the metal corrugated fence. That took long enough. Was I allowed up here earlier? Guess I was. The Perseverance Wilds. Build it up. So these are the wilds. What a wonderful space to be in. I have a revolver and a flare gun to my name. And not an ounce of shelter. Heard a crow. Wait. Okay, I guess auto walk is disabled. Like I said, the fact that I don't see a side quest menu is what bothers me. At least there's a car. Alright. There, Shell Sandy. Is that for a future fight? A few of them, actually.
I think I can use this.
Okay. So there's no extra items I could take. What happened? I thought there was like an auto walk feature. Oh, it's Z now. That ain't working. Are you sure? Confirm. Okay, I don't know what's causing that not to work, but whatever. Find rabbits, I definitely will grab rocks for later. I think there's some up there, but... For one, I've not seen a workbench, and two, I don't necessarily know if it's going to be a possibility yet. Until I find something that can make that happen. So currently, I'm kind of a fan of the tack gloves, so I may not even try. Oh. What's up, Wolf? Good to see you. Nah. I'm not sure there'll be anything over that way, so I don't want to go that way. Shelter. See if anything's in the shelter. I don't really want to kill it, so... If I have no reason to kill something like that, I'm going to try not to. Hey, George. Internet says otherwise on my end, so it looks like we're good. Not sure what's happening exactly, but it's fine on my end. Another one. Right. There. Dead. Place to basically warm up. That's it. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Like I said, it looks fine on my end. I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary. So I don't know what's happening on your end, but it looks like it might be on yours. Where's she? Rose hips. A decent question. How the fuck am I supposed to get across to this? The bridge is out. Not like a kayak or anything. I can't get across that. Is snowing too much? Yeah, a lot. And it's unfortunately the problem with this place. It snows like wild, so... just gotta kind of push through and deal with it. Nice. And an extra hatchet never hurt. Comes in handy in different struggles and fights. Hopefully I don't have to use it for that, but it'll be nice to have it back up. Really trying not to do that, but it didn't give me a choice. But I assume that's why I got the extra flares, to do that kind of stuff. Road. Nothing. Oh, there's an old car. How you doing, by the way, George? How you doing? Good. Anything exciting going on for you today, or just kind of been a nice chill day today? Ew, I don't want to go down this way. No, it's fair. Has anything good happened for you? Or is that also a no? Bridge. Okay, looks like there's another bridge up here if I need to take that. Looks like I saw some buildings up here, unless I'm wrong. Maybe that isn't buildings, I don't know. It's just rocks, but... maybe. Well, share. If you want to share? I'd love to hear it.
This stuff will come in handy.
Maker. Alright, here's a question. Can I cross this bridge or no? Yeah, I can, but it's a one-way cross. So... well, I've crossed it, so... interesting. Well, I was gonna try to get the old man's beard. That seems to have changed. Currently investigating where the doctor of Perseverance Mills has gone, who has been researching the plague, which apparently is causing some type of dementia in the children and some of the patients he's with. So currently we're trying to find this doctor to hopefully aid Atwood with whatever's going on here. Along with that, just daily struggles to survive, man. The winter wasteland. Well, you know, I may not be the brightest bug in the air in the room, but I'm pretty sure we can't go this way. It's unfortunate. Do eventually find a place I can camp out for the night, because I am tired. I'm not exactly sure where I'm actually supposed to be investigating where these people went to, because it just says investigate. Find the constable along the river in Perseverance Wilds. Find a missing patient in the Perseverance Wilds. Oh, so it's along the river. Oh. Didn't know that. I'm so busy looking for like a dot on the map that I didn't realize it was telling me to look along the riverbed. Well, guess I got a job to do. Just checking the rivers. See if the constable made it to the river. And I dare say I think he did.
What brought them way out here? I've seen hypothermia do weird things to people, but this feels like something different.
Well, was that the patient? On the lake. Loner, but new Perez. Old enemies made bad blood. 2 sets of trash to the lake towards the shore. Okay, George. Wish you the best, brother. Thanks for stopping by for the time being. And I wish you the best. See ya. Our way down here. One's for the fishing cabin on the lake. Oh, I see this one over here. Okay. That's where I'm going then. If I can make it there before I wear out. If not, I guess I just have to find a car to sleep in for the night. The game's not letting me auto walk. I'm going to just do a reload just in case something goes wrong. I'll see they redid. They actually have the new deer type. Looks pretty cool. Did they actually okay, no they didn't. I was wondering if they added the oh, what do you call it? The recipes. I know there's cooking recipes in the game. Apparently not. If I had a rifle, I'd kill it. But I also have no need for the meat. It'd be a waste on me. Alright, I guess I'll just have to sleep in the car tonight, because there's just nothing I can do about it. I've been up this valley as much as I can, I still can't find anything to sleep in. Actually, maybe quickly drink and eat real quick. Eat this first. And I'll eat the Zap bar. Or try to eat this. Since I'm okay. Cool. Alright, well, time to sleep. Have a little bit more of a drink than sleep for the night. Thankfully, I'm not really worried about my temperature change, because this thing's apparently like gives me plus 11.9 warmth, so. And we'll eat in the morning. Great. That's what you want to see in the morning. Healthy dangum amount of snow. One more hour. If it's like somewhat early sunrise, that's fine. I can deal with early sunrise. See well enough. Alright, just kind of straight then. I do need to be mindful of all the monsters that go crawling in the dark. This opportunity. And grab this. Guess they're scared. I cannot tell. Yep. That's my crossing. Oh, hello. Down trailer. Arrows. I don't know if I'm with the fire logs, but I'll take the arrows. It's an interesting sight to behold. I was actually supposed to feel about that.
Maybe used to.
I could start a fire if I wanted. That's exactly the point. I don't know if I really want to. Or I'm not gonna pass up getting some lichen. Stuff is nice to have on hand.
I know. I survived another night.
Congratulations. That's good, that's good. Is that behind me? That's not what I was expecting. I guess my best guess for the arrow hunter, I'm guessing, is that one lady that we met. I don't remember her name at the moment. I'm guessing it's her hunting everybody. But maybe I'm wrong. Well, it sure is some bridge. How am I supposed to get across? Oh, wait, maybe I'm supposed to go back across this bridge. If I even can. And I'm guessing there's no way to shimmy down there and then get back up, so. Alright. Apparently our dear friends are going to be back across that bridge. Hopefully I can get back on the other side. Just before I leave here, I'm going to grab all these mushrooms. Just in case. Grab this real quick. Since I know there's not a perseverance, I want to make sure I have enough of that for later. And if I ever have to leave behind something, I'm going to leave behind the antiseptic and just make those into the bandages I need. That should hold me off. Alright, bridge, let's see if you let me back across. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. And there's not really any other place I can get back across at unless I get back. I can't get in the water, so that sure as heck ain't happening. And there is kind of a way over there, but then it's like, how do you even get back across and back over here? So far, it's like the only other bridge I can see on the map. And everything else has been kind of botched. Thing is also the one up here in the mountains, but I don't necessarily know if that's just a rock dam or an actual bridge. I want to say it's probably just a bridge. It's probably not even a bridge. It may not even be actually a bridge. It may just be just a thing. But that does look like my best opportunity in order to get back across. Unfortunately. Then I gotta somehow figure out how to climb up all the way up there just to come back down and then over there. Because I found the constable, just can't find the other two hoo-has. Okay, so let me do that real quick. That's actually a great idea. Overwrite. Confirm. Okay. Something goes wrong. Oh, good thing I saved. So that sure as heck ain't it. I can't go anywhere else. Roads are all blocked off. Right up here, I guess. I imagine they make a way back across in case you did find the constable first. Oh. An opener pot.
I'll take it.
Climbing stocks are nice. Like I said, there's nothing else across. Last thing I wanted to do was an oof. So keep an eye along the bank. That's the only choice I have is to see if I can find something around the bank. I'll go if I use his boat. So all the letter said was it's down that he and there was looking for two guys. Grid search continues. Perez. Favorite fishing cabin on the lake? Jacob, loner, but knew Perez. Old enemies maybe. Bad blood. Two sets of tracks. The lake and towards the shore. Old fishing cove. But I can't get across because the thing ain't letting me back. Wait, did they lead north? Did it give me extra direction? No. It doesn't. Oh wait, maybe I gotta use this log right here I gotta use to get across. Oh, I see. Okay, so I use the broken bridge to get back across. It's dumb. Alright. What you gotta do, I guess. Cute.
I'm getting a bad feeling about these missing people.
There we go. That's such a weird reality I had to do that. Definitely take back across. Alright, so I have to haul all the way up to the north. Do I even have any recipes, by the way? Okay, yeah, so you have all the recipes from the original setup. Except for the explosive thing, but I guess that's fair. Okay. Well, at least it ran. Great. Wolfish changed his mind. Ain't worth it, Wolf. Ain't worth it. I already gave up. Okay, straight somewhere in this direction is where they said that they might have gone. That's what looks like that's what the constable thought of when he got done with his investigation. Okay, this I'm probably gonna come back down the road anyway to investigate some stuff anyway, so I think I'm actually gonna take this direction instead, see if there's any extra gear I can find. I'm starting to notice the devs are placing interesting things in areas if you're paying attention. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, there's even a watchtower. We'll go warm up in the watchtower. I'm very sure they have a heating thing in there somewhere, so. Oh, well, if you don't come after me, we won't have beef. Oh, fire logs. Oh. Gonna be heavy, but...
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh, they last decently long. Get to the stairs, get to the stairs, get to the stairs. Hang out down there, Wolf. I'm not coming down there. Look around, make sure there's nothing on the outside. Okay. Cool painkillers. Cloth. Summit soda's great to drink now. Okay, so there's a thing for fire. Good, thank God. And means of lighting a fire. Ooh. Oh. Just kind of hoping to find a fire striker, but I don't think I'm gonna find that. Make some coffee though. Tinder, book, cardboard matches. Okay, so it was just a little better than cardboard. I don't really want to carry the accelerant, so take it. Yeah. A nice little temporary spot to take a break before I have to head on to the next spot. Yeah. Let me at least get warm. Yep. Probably take the pot with me, honestly. However, I will go ahead and... I say craft, what do you mean craft? Sure. Leaves. I should book with me in case I have to start another fire somewhere out there in the wilderness. Just gonna cook another one. Make sure the buff is topped up. You gotta hold that deer to yourself. Go take that. Oh, there's the lake. Supposed fishing hut. This makes a lot of sense. Oh, there's proper, like, it's like proper cabins out here. It's interesting. Tails, wolves. I got a place to fish if I need some food. Oh, there's a workbench. Yeah, but I don't know if I really want a wolf coat, though. And a deer coat, that's so much work. I think I'm willing to pass on it for this run, because it seems like there's not really much side questing to do. It's going to take a while.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
Not today. Ain't a whole lot of stuff in here. Just your basic stuff. Got it pretty much cleaned out for the sake of, make sure no one took anything crazy. Which feels wild. And people try to grow stuff too as well. It's insanity. I'm guessing the winter just kind of came on them like nothing. Gotta get out of here. Nothing here is helping. I hear hearing the voices, things following me. I have this idea. If I can get behind the water, maybe the voices will stop. Where I used to go when I was little. Gustavo P. Okay, so that's probably the fishing cove he's talking about. Guess I have to go over there then. Take that. That may find some use. Nope. Keep those. Much work to manage.
Best be prepared for anything.
I don't think so in this case. Revo ammo, overturned beds. Just stuff on the floor. Oh well. One last place to check. Where the wolves are pissed off and he's here. Also broken down building over there. Yeah. Sorry, Wolves, I'm not dealing with crap on you. Ain't worth it. Green flare, shell.
Okay.
Be helpful. Could be helpful. Cool. No fishing line though, unfortunately. So if I wanted to fish here, I can't. Proper means to fish with, I can't fish. They're behind the waterfall, so I get back there somehow. Not your target. It's not something you want to see. Let's go at least. Will hopefully come in handy. We have to go hunting. Yeah, that ain't happening, Chief. Alright, well, as I said, at some point this was going to have to go anyway, so... Bye-bye! I don't need the talking toque. I don't need the fleece mittens. I'll keep the extra socks, but... Drink up. Those ones just gotta get broken down. See how she goes. Alright, somehow I gotta find a way behind the waterfall, which looks like that thing right up there. Looks like a place behind the waterfall. The fact that there's some items here from human activity screams that. And there's also a backpack.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Pair of socks, so
I can imagine getting lost and freezing to death in the night. This seems to... What the hell happened here?
Wet paper. Nothing will stop the voices. Going to go deeper somehow. Lay myself down, but they can't find me where it's cold enough and dark enough. Well, if I'm gonna be honest, it sounds like the way bottom of the lake or the way bottom of this place. Deep enough where they can't find me. It's either a cave or it's at the very bottom of the river. Hey Jay, by the way, it's good to see you, brother. Back. Yeah, it sounds like the very bottom of the river. Or the end of the river where ocean would go. I don't really have a way to prove that in any meaningful way. And it's also like, you know, like the river, but I can't fish for anything, so I doubt these are at the bottom of the lake. But I don't know if there's even a way to see if that's even a possibility. Coldest, darkest place. It sounds like a cave. So it sounds like one went to a fishing cabin on the lake, which he did. And then one went to a spot in an ice cave, which sounds like down by the shore. I'm gonna trust my gut on this one, say it's probably down by the shore. And I'm not 100% confident. Chapter 5, you mean? So we start as Astrid, who is the ex-wife, and she wakes up, she meets Atwood, or sees Atwood. Atwood tells her about what's going on in the area where they're quarantined from a sickness that's kind of like early dementia, and it's killing the people that it happens to. And a doctor here, a resident doctor, has come to figure out what's going on. He has an idea, but he hasn't have anything to connect everything. And right now we're searching for people like the constable and a couple of other dudes that have gone missing to figure out what's going on and why these people left, and if there's any way to figure out how to connect some of the killings in the area, because some of the people at this location are being hunted apparently. And so we're trying to figure out where everybody basically went. A lot of meds. A good place to sleep if you need to.
This'll come in handy.
Might as well. Just place it down. It's not great and all, but yeah. Yeah, so at least that's what we're doing now, and now we're trying to figure out what's going on, and I need to find this last person who said he went to the deepest, darkest place he could find, from what it sounds like, to die. Because apparently he's regretted his choice about killing some people. So right now he's looking for a place to take himself out. And with the way he described the location, it sounded like it was a cave? Or maybe it's this house over here. Not sure. Or I guess that guy would have been the guy at the cave, since the voices wouldn't stop. So maybe actually this is the Ice Lake dude then. The constable died from unknown means, apparently. I guess he might have gotten whacked over the head by something, or he got froze to death. I don't know. Oh, they brought back that mechanic. Oh, great. Frick me. Bet they could have kept that mechanic out of the game, but oh well. So, right now, I think actually this is the guy at the Fisher's hut that I'm looking for. Pretty sure he's probably at this building right here. Because this reminds me of a Fisher's hut. There's also a moose. I'm about to find out. Wait. Is that a deer? Well, at least I'm out of the weather.
This has been here a while.
Food. Sewing kit again. Septic. No side quests though, I found out. There's no side quests in this one. So you're basically at the mercy of the game. You're just playing the game at this point.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Let's take a look. Well, we can definitely destroy some stuff. Help lighten the load. That is without a doubt. I have whetstones. I don't think I need extra axes, to be honest. At least not this many. I just, like, destroy it. I don't know if I want to, though. Kind of is. I've already gotten a decent set of clothing already, and I've decided to omit the idea of crafting my clothing that I've been crafting, so I'm just going to omit it and just play the game since there's no side quests to really be worried about being out in the cold so much. So that's a positive. But yeah, I have no doubt it's pretty cold here. And I guess we'll go ahead and make our bandages. By the time I do that, also make our reishi mushrooms. That'll help lighten the load a bit. Turn these into their crushed variants. But yeah, I have no doubt it's probably freezing out here, man. It's probably freaking deadly cold out here. But she's a doctor, it's her job, so. And currently she's waiting for Mackenzie to get here. He isn't here yet, so. At the moment, she's just kind of letting it ride and just saying, you know what, then I'm going to stay here and see what I can do to help these people.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
So she's doing what she can. Like I said, part of me thinks that he's down by the shore. I think he's down by the shore since the fishing cove.
Perfect.
But let's see. Just cook some food at least. Some banged up pinnacle peaches. Probably check how hungry I am first before I do anything else. But yeah, I'm fine. Place pinnacle peaches. Just go sit down my bear skin bedroll. Which is very much a luxury. Alright. Definitely need the extra can. Fire ain't gonna be on in the morning, so whatever I have now is whatever I have. Cave at sea. And it's fishing around in the dark trying to find his water. Should be enough. It's still windy outside. Snow is a-blowing, making it cold outside. Might find Riku in the darkness, yeah. Find that old fart out here in the darkness somewhere. I do appreciate I do appreciate Riku's character arc. He actually had a really good character arc. He went from being kind of selfish to actually being a decent dude in the end, after everything he did. Recognizing he made mistakes and everything toward the end. So, very appreciative of that story arc for him. Alright, well, despite the snow, I gotta keep walking. Looks like a car key. Well, I'm pretty sure they were running out of key designs by the end of the games, you know? There's only so many ways you can design a keyblade. And considering on number 2, they had designed like, what, hundreds of keyblades? To do the graveyard, the keyblade graveyard. I kind of don't blame them for not having any other choices, but just make it look like a car key. At that point.
Looks like I made it through another night.
Yup. See, I'm pretty sure with that, I'm pretty sure they didn't really have much of a choice but to kind of just design a car key. But there were a lot of keys like that early on too. There was that one keyblade that kind of just... There was like a lot of keyblades out in the game that did not look really like a key. It looked more of just kind of like a block or something. Which there are keys that look like that. There are keys like for locks that have like dimple lock or pins, which looks kind of weird. It looks kind of like a block, just like a square key with like little divots in it, and that's for the dimples. And that's another type of key you can have, and so that would surprise me if that counted as a... if they decided to make a key like that as well. You said 2 sets of footprints went out that way, so that's what I don't get. There's 2 sets of footprints out that way, but I didn't find anything down that way. It's just him. Sounds like a good sign. Birds usually mean dead. But there's a backpack. That's a good sign. Finding human activity.
I think I can use this.
Yeah, finding a human backpack, that's a good sign. The crows have disappeared, which bother me a little bit, but I'm gonna take the human activity as my positive sign here. And hope that this is where I need to be. Someone was at the end of the river, so... Okay, so I can go back that way to get back to Perseverance. That's good. Okay, I'm done firing those. I'm about to run out. Light it! Eat it! Welcome to my flare. I was wondering where you guys went. I haven't seen any yet, so... Alright, that seems to be the end of their little terror. That being said, I'm not seeing a man. Wait. Fishing hut. Okay, here we go. This looks like a good sign. Fishing hut. On the shoreline. Got fishing hut on the lake. Ice chunks. This looks good. This seems like the place it might be at. Cross our little fingers and toes. Doubter's Retreat. Can't say that I've ever heard that as a name. He's either in here or he's out on the lake, so. Knock, knock! Coming in! Goldfish.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Oh! That's cool. Automatically give you some fishing lures. That's interesting. God. Well, it definitely seems like a fisher's cabin, so I think we're in the right place. Though the lack of body is significantly... Oh wait, there's a thing under the ground.
It's probably useful.
I missed my moose backpack. Well. Okay. Is he in the basement? Yep. He in the basement. He perished in the way. Down on the boat.
Frozen in place. How does this happen? I need to get one of these bodies back to Larson's clinic. An autopsy's the only way I'll get answers I need. Well, that's not what I would have expected, honestly. Larson was clearly onto something, based on his notes and the questions he was asking. And those other bodies, the other missing people he mentioned in his notes from months ago. But how do they connect to these new bodies? What I can't figure out is that there's no obvious external cause of death. Nothing you'd have expected. No predation. No obvious injuries. If not for... Well, I'd have said something maybe like a heart attack or hypothermic hallucination, but... This body, it's like the others in Larson's notes. This person died with water in their lungs. Salt water. They drowned. It makes no sense.
Drowned?
Astrid?
Yes, ma'am.
Over here, Jane.
There you are.
I found some of the missing people.
Big frozen.
Any of them still alive?
Unfortunately.
Okay. And?
I just completed an autopsy. And what I found... Well... It doesn't make sense.
Does it have anything to do with what's going on with Freya?
I can't be sure. But until I know more, just stay close to her, okay?
A friend is with her right now.
Go to her. Stay with her. Don't let her out of your sight.
Astrid, you're scaring me.
There's just too much about this situation that doesn't make sense.
You sound like you know what's going on.
I don't. But I'm starting to build a theory.
Well, while you do that, can you check in on Terry?
Yeah.
Terry?
Yeah, our local DJ. He's really just a kid from the city, but he's
DJ?
been running a radio station from the old hut outside of town.
Wait, is this the conspiracy guy?
So you've heard of him? Some people in Cooper's mentioned they hadn't heard from him in a couple of days. They're worried, and Terry's the one broadcasting the quarantine message.
Okay.
So if we want anyone to hear it and come to help...
I get it. No message, no help. I'll take a look.
Be careful, Astrid.
Get back to Freya.
Please.
I'll be fine.
Really. Be careful.
I will.
I don't know what we'd do without your help.
I also think you'd be fine, but... Fair enough. Considering I still have some stuff on me, I'm gonna drop it off real quick.
Okay, now to find that radio hut.
Theoretically, I could go back to that one spot and fish now, so now I have an opportunity to fish with those fishing lures. If I am so inclined to go re-attempt. But we will see how I feel feeling at that point, if I wish to do so or not. Soda! Canned goods go inside. These are all the snacks. Well, we'll see. I gotta undo everything and see if it's actually even possible without fishing lures and fishing setups. I'm kind of out of luck. Because I don't really have an easy access workbench to make the tackle. So, that's the biggest hiccup, is if there's a fishing setup there. And then, it can't break on me. If it breaks, well, then I'm out of luck again. So, that is the biggest thing holding me back. But if I manage to get the opportunity, I definitely will, man. For now, first priority is to get undone and put everything away, and then we'll go from there to see what can be done. Rishi. That. I don't need these. I don't need this many old man's beer dressing, so if I can lighten the load, definitely gonna do it. Those can just get shredded. Gotta repair these now. They don't really tell you what the fishing lures do, though. That's a problem. Anyways, those go in the crafting bin. This all goes in the fire starting stuff. Extra clothes can go in here for now until I figure out when I'm ready to do that, which will be pretty soon. Extra tools can either go in here or outside on the floor. I guess the arrows can go somewhere else. Extra bullet casings can go in here. This part's probably about the hardest part because you gotta do all this freaking figuring out here. Load. Okay. Guns reloaded. I choose to place this one, is that... Yeah. That's just my extra flare pistol in case I need it really badly. A solid enticing lure improves the odds when fishing. Yeah, but what's the difference? A few more fish? Oh, they have different levels of quality. I see. I swear I grabbed 3 of those. Am I missing one? Whatever. Did I throw it in here? I don't know what happened to it, so... Alright, that's all put away. I gotta repair those and throw them on. Also gives me a chance to dry off. Been out there in the weather for who knows how long. Keep that sewing kit. Awesome. Just give her a sew up. But yeah, fishing does sound interesting. So we'll see how I go. I don't know if I'm gonna get like a lot of fish, because now I just have to cook it. I may not eat it immediately, so it may not be a bad call actually. Just to immediately fish and then, yeah. Just gonna drop this here. I do not need this. This is all my fire starting supplies. Alright, so paper matches, not that great. Yeah. Even though a lot of it is just sitting there waiting. You're really doing nothing but just sitting there waiting, just kind of waiting for something to hook. But once you get some, it's pretty sick. As long as I have marine flares, I don't think I'm going to be taking... I'll put that on the ground. Well, it's only half a pound. It's not bad. I have Revo shells, extra sewing kit. The rest of the stuff is fine, except for the arrows. Don't need the arrowheads. Okay. Everything looks good. Alright, I guess we can go try fishing. Why not? Well, I gotta make it all the way back out there again, though. So, hopefully it lets me leave. I also found a pry bar, by the way, which kind of disturbs me a bit. But maybe I'll find it up there by whatchamacallit. I can't even read that word. Merritt, you can do that if you want, but that's not how you're gonna become a dedicated fan, brother. Do whatever you gotta do, but I'm not going on Discord to do that. I know better. How much we do here? Well, on a positive note, at least I can get about 7-ish pounds of fish. But again, that all depends if I actually find a fishing hook and set up. Without that, this whole journey's botched, so... There's a waste of time. But if it goes well, it could get me set up for the future. I could be able to be set up for whatever may come, food-wise, and it's basically no energy for free food, so... I'm pretty sure this is the pathway I have to go in order to get over there, and I may not be able to... Come on. Let me up! Let me up! Uh-oh. Well, I guess it's not that big a deal. Well, it's gonna be a bit of a walk then. So be it. At least thankfully I'm not all that cold, so I don't have to worry about that much. Might be able to make it up that hill. What I am surprised by is every time you drink a soda, you don't actually get the can from the soda. In my mind, I figured you actually would get the can from the soda. But I guess that was the game's way of making sure you didn't have to deal with extra soda cans. Inching away. Because I don't want to sprain my ankles. That would be kind of a cool thing to add. You like hockey or hiking sticks to allow you to hike up these things more safely. So it adds like a positive boost to your unlikelihood of, or to your, it adds a unlikeliness to actually sprain your ankle. Hello? Alright. Oh. Well, at least the return journey will be better. Just getting here in the first place is the difficult part. Good wolf. That said, if I don't find anything for fishing lures and stuff, then I guess I'm out of luck, and we're just gonna have to go back home, because can't fish, so. Though I guess you could make the fishing equipment theoretically in the game, but that takes so long. Because you gotta wait 3 days for the guts. Then you actually have to go to the work table, which is up in this area, up in the northern area of this area, which is really far. And then you have to craft everything down into its proper position. Which at that point, I don't know. Okay, they come. They want to try it. Let them come. Yeah, that's just if you have to get all the materials yourself. But that's usually where the majority depends, is how much you actually have to get for that on your own. And by that point, you would have already killed, I guess, a wolf in this case, like that wolf right there. And by that point, I would dare to question if it's even worth it at that point. So you're brave. That being said, I guess if I don't find anything, I guess I'll harvest those wolves for later, and I'll make a decision later if I really want to go for fishing. Alright, well, I guess I have to go back to the house again. I could have sworn there were 3 up here. Faith, I didn't really get a chance to get to search down here because I was so quick trying to be quick about everything else, so this gives me a chance to search in here about anything that might else be in here. Which seems like that was it. Alright. Let's go see if we can catch a fish. I'm gonna check the dock first, see if there's anything on the dock, because it's kind of invisible, I'm not gonna lie. Little fishing hut. Let's do a 360 just in case something's left outside. I suppose even like a lid and everything too. Boat storage. Oh. So if you had come out here, you could have found the key to go in there, so you don't have to go through the whole house. Interesting. Interesting.
I'll take it.
And with that, I'm not seeing anything else to fish with, but I will still break this open just to see. But I'm pretty sure without the fishing setup, you can't do anything, even with the lure. Yep. Gonna need some of that fishing hackle to go fishing. So, if I realistically actually want to go fishing, it's gonna have to wait until I find fishing tackle or until the skins dry out or the guts dry out. So, unfortunately, I'm a wee bit out of luck. That being said, it won't be wasted. I'm going to carve up one of these wolves and I'm going to take their meat home. So, probably you. Yeah, it does. I mean, I don't really care to fish or not. I'm fine, but yeah, it does suck. Unfortunately. Yes. Oh, we're actually showing this. Oh, frick. I didn't know that was happening. 4 pounds, people. 4 pounds of weight. Crikey. Well. I mean, I guess I'm taking it.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Deal with it, Astrid. I don't care. But yeah, it kind of sucks. But at least it wasn't a total waste. I got something to eat, so. The wolf meat will last me about a day or two if I eat only the meat. I mean, technically I only eat really one proper meal a day, and so considering each of these kind of equals about a couple of big steaks and then whatever's left, that's probably what, 3 days worth pack, so, or 2 days worth of pack, so we're probably looking at about maybe about a week worth of food for that one wolf, one wolf, I would say. But I gotta go home immediately and cook it and then freeze it, so that'll take who knows how long. But yeah, it's alright. Fish is fish. Yeah. People just don't eat it because it has a weird taste. It has a gamey taste. But yeah, wolf's edible. So here's the reality. Everything is most everything you find is edible to some degree. But it gets poisonous depending on the quality of toxins it has in it or depending on what it eats. So like obviously like the toxic frogs of like the dart frog, they're toxic because of what they eat. But in terms of like wolf, because of what they eat is mostly meat, it kind of changes the taste and the flavor. Where herbivores tend to taste better than the actual carnivore. But you can eat it. You can eat bear meat, you can eat wolf meat, you can eat snake meat. Just not everyone does because there's one, not a lot of them around, and two, not a lot of people prefer it. So it's just very gamey. But yeah, historically people did eat them for a time in dire situations. Yeah. But a lot of times, like I said, why we don't eat them nowadays just because populace of wolves are really low, so it's kind of hard to do that. For one, without getting in trouble, and two, hard to find them anyway, period. So. So I have no interest in eating a wolf myself, to be honest, but I know that that's the reality of it. I like wolves too much to want to actually nibble on one. And I've actually had interactions with wolves, so I actually know that they're pretty cool creatures, so. Anyway, so I gotta go home. I gotta start a fire so that I can craft up this meat and then freeze it. And then I guess also while I'm at it, I guess I'll also go ahead and cook some water while I'm waiting for the fire to burn out. That's not how you spell it, by the way. It's W-O-L-V-E-S. W-O-L-V-E-S. Wolves. For the moment, I'm gonna drop these here. Just for the moment. We go quickly organize all my food and stuff I just took back with me. This is proper meal-worthy food. And these are all mostly just snacks, so. Alright, let me quickly just organize my backpack, and then I'm gonna quickly... Yeah. You're good. No worries. Just figured to let you know so that you know how to actually spell it. Going forward. I'm just going to disorganize all my junk, and then I'll get to some cooking here. See what the rock's cooking. I'll dry these out. Yes. I have materials I think go in here. Cool. Fishing lures that I can't use anyway, so that'll go in here. I put down the bear bed. I don't need that now since I'm going to be in town for a little while. Just a little bit. Probably just want to use these fire logs, but I think I'm going to actually just use, I'm just going to go out there and break down some pallets and use that instead. Yeah. I saw some pallets on my way in. I figured, you know, I could just break that down. Yep. So I'm gonna be there while I go and eat that fish up. It's about time.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Oh, Merritt's back again. Again, Merritt, same idea, brother, as I told you earlier, man. I do not wish to partake, but you're welcome to do whatever the heck you want. Alright, book. A lot of wood. Let's do it. Oh, I should have harvested the meat first like an idiot. I forgot. Can I stop? Can I stop? Please don't work. Please don't work. Please fail. Please fail. Please fail. Please fail. Okay, it's not gonna fail. I didn't think that through. I should have harvested all the meat first, then did the fire.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. How long is it going to take to harvest all the meat, theoretically? Just in theory. 22 minutes? It's like an hour then? Okay. Should be fine. Let's do it. So apparently this one they added all the animations apparently to the game. Because this is the actual animations of the actual game. I think it's pretty cool. Alright. Ta-da! Alright, time to cook up some meat. Cook. Cook. Do I have to? Oh, frick, I have to. Oh, crap, it was gonna take a lot longer than I thought. Oh, no, here we go. Looks good. Alright. And now I wait. I probably didn't use the fire that long, honestly, but I don't think there's... No, there might be a way to turn it off. I'll have to see if I can turn it off or not. If I can, that'd be great. Just save on wood. Does not seem so. I can just make water, so that's what I'll more than likely do. Just sit here and make a ton of water. Throw this all outside. Heck was that?
Where are all these people missing?
Step outside for a minute and hear a freaking weird sound. Thank you. 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 Sit here and cook a lot of water. That'll probably be enough water for a while. Shouldn't need any more water for going forward anymore. Again, there's no way to extinguish this, huh? Just kind of gotta let it run its ride, I guess. Kind of sucks. But, oh well. Alright. Well, that was cool. Nice amount of wolf meat. Going forward, I think I need better. I think I just need to do better in timing, so I don't make that much fire for that little food. That was just dumb. That's okay. That's alright. Grab some more. See, don't need those. Put that away. Okay. Good. Take a book with me, keep the matches. I haven't actually tried this. I just don't know how long it actually takes to start the fire if you actually do use this. That's what kind of worries me the most, that I won't like it. In any case, so y'all, I think with that being said, I have run out of time, and I'll probably continue this tomorrow. With the way the story's going, though, it seems like I might just beat it tomorrow. I don't know if that's true or not, but just with the way things are looking. Let's just take a look. Save. Overwrite. Alright, Jay, my man, I wish you the best. Like I said, I'm just checking, seeing how long actually I have left. Maybe more than that. We'll see. In any case, I wish you guys all the best. I wish you guys a wonderful rest of your night. Hopefully you guys continue to hang in there, and we'll hopefully see you then. So have a peaceful night. Rest well, and we'll see you then. Laters. Be praying for you as always.